Harrisburg interior line. Two of the best tackles in the area, Bryant and Harold Anderson. We talked to head coach Tim Rimple, and he said they were going to try to run at them in the beginning to see if they could test and see if their offensive line can control it. He is very satisfied with the play of his offensive line so far this year and defensively. Harrisburg, as Tim told me, is a much better than a 2-3 record. Against Cumberland Valley, they fumbled the ball 7 times, had 2 interceptions, turned the ball over a total of 4 times during the game. Were unable to get any sort of a drive going. That was a big factor in the 23-0 loss. They lost 7-6 to Berwick, and of course they lost that work for Central Dauphin. And Rimple put it right to me. Rimple said on any given Saturday, Harrisburg can beat any team in Central Pennsylvania. What he's hoping, of course, is this is not the Saturday that they are at their peak and where they might have an opportunity of defeating the McDevitt Crusaders. Crusaders have got to keep winning. Okay, the captains are going out in the field, Mike Barowski, and being joined out there by Tim Madden, and going out for Sid Ewell, the quarterback for Harrisburg. He's being joined out there also by Brian Tantone, that big defensive and offensive tackle. So we'll see. The officials are being introduced, and we'll see what's going to happen as far as the opening kickoff and who won the toss. This has already been done, and they're just going through a ceremonial aspect of it. And let's see, the officials being introduced. Harrisburg apparently has won the toss. They have elected to receive. They will be going from right to left as we're facing the field. McDevitt from left to right, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a short time after this short break. Here's Frank Simonic for McDevitt. Nice day for football. Clouds in the air, but certainly the type of a day that you like to play football. Temperature probably in the high 50s, low 60s right now. Okay, the official drops his arm, and Simonic sets his team and approaches the ball. He kicks it and we're underway. Nice high kick. It's going to go to Dana. Dana takes it right on the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Has an open field and finally gets hit down when he passes the 30 to about the 34-yard line. So Harrisburg will take over 1st and 10. Their first possession of the game. They take over at their own 34-yard line.
Don Miller? Donnie Miller, yeah.
It will be a 1st and 10.
Down by Don Miller.
For the Cougars, they're actually going to place the ball out past the 35, closer to the 34-yard line. Cougars come out. Backfield is going to be Danner at tailback, and Rod Ramsey will be the fullback. 2 wide receivers split out to the left. Quarterback Sid Ewell up over center. Motion to the far side of the field. Here's Chambers. He pitches back, however, to the tailback, and Dana tries to circle the right side, maybe gets up to about the 35-yard line, gain of about a yard. Let's see where they place the ball. They're going to place it just on the other side of the 35, so we'll call it a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and about 8 to go for the Cougars. Same formation now, except the 2 wide receivers go to the far side. Sean Wilson joined out there by Todd Chambers. I formation. Ewell sets him down. Motion near side. Chambers. Ewell long count. Pitches back, and this time we have Dana circling the left side. He gets out to about the 39-yard line. That's all he's going to get. Mike Pulaski making a tackle.
The carry brought down by...
They're going to place it just inside the 40, so it'll be a 3rd and about 4, close to 5 to go. Now, actually, what are they going to do? Place it back a little further? So it'll be 3rd and about 5 to go. They're going to place it just inside the 40-yard line. Harrisburg in a big 3rd down play. Want to keep the drive alive. 2 wide receivers now split out to the far side is Ernest Macon. Right side, slot back on the right, I formation. Ewell sets him down, see if he goes back to pass. Straight back to pass. He's looking downfield, looking, throws out of the backfield. It is complete, but not enough for the first down. That was complete to Rod Ramsey, but who made that stop? Tim Madden came up from the secondary to make that stop. Great stop, really.
Short of the...
So they're going to be short of the first down by about a yard and a half, 2 yards.
By 2 yards.
We will have now a
4th and 2 on the 40.
4th down play for the Cougars, and they'll be kicking the ball away. Going deep will be the premier punt returner for the Crusaders. That'll be Rick Waters, and he's going to be standing back close to about his own 25-yard line. Anyway, Harrisburg's not going to punt the ball away. It looks like they're going to go for... No, now they are. Now they're dropping back. Sid Ewell look like they may be going to be lined up. High snap, but Ewell gets it, no rush, puts it off. It's a low kick, and it may be a run back by Waters. He takes it on the 28, straight up the center of the field, and trips as he tries to cut to the near side. Goes down at the 35, so McDevitt will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35. McDevitt with their first possession. That backfield for McDevitt will be Tim Madden, the quarterback. It'll be Waters, Barowski, and Bryant at the running backs. And they all run at running backs and slot backs and flanker backs. They really mix up their entire offensive unit. This time it's Barowski and Waters as a double wing with Bryant in a slot on the left. Now Bryant goes to motion on their side. They give it to Barowski. Right away he runs at the tackles trying to get some yardage. I believe that time he ran at Harold Anderson, but Anderson would not be moved out.
Reggie Hill. Barowski brought down by Reggie Hill.
So it'll be a gain of just about a half yard. It's actually second and close to 10. Ball resting just on the Harrisburg side of the McDevitt 35-yard line. Okay, same formation now, Barowski and Waters. Now Waters goes into a slot on the right. They give it to Bryant. Bryant coming over the near side, cuts in field. He's out to the 40. Gets off past the 40, about the 43. He's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. Ball is going to be out. They'll mark it just at about the 43. Remember, he has to get out just the other side of the 45. So it'll be a third and a long 2 short 3. 8:44 remaining, first period of action is scoreless. Harrisburg and Bishop McDevitt. Wide receiver, far side, is Johnny Jones. He gave it to Barowski straight forward, powers forward. Did he get first down yardage? Yes, I believe he did. It'll be where they mark his forward progress. They're calling a timeout, and it would appear we got first down yardage up past the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Sean Barowski on that power play, just following his right tackle, going straight forward. Brian Mosley in on the tackle. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. And what basically Tim Madden wanted to do was control the ball. Tim Rimple wanted to do was control the ball and get the first score. He doesn't want to let Harrisburg. They got an awful lot of confidence when they score first. Tim Madden gives the ball to Waters. Waters circling left side, slips one tackle. However, cannot get outside. Does slip another tackle. Gets out to about the 50-yard line. Boy, he did a good job of getting away from Troy Green, who really had him back for a loss. He slipped that tackle and was able to get out to about the 50-yard line. Gain of just about 3.5, so it'll be second and about 7 to go for first down.
Out of bounds at the 50 by Todd Chambers.
The ball, nose of the ball, just in the Harrisburg territory, just inside the 50-yard line. 8:02 remaining with the clock stopped first period. McDevitt nothing, and Harrisburg nothing. Now we do have in there at a running back, Eric Durain, as Rick Waters comes on the sideline. Ball is given to Barowski, who powers past right guard inside the 45 to about the 43. He's got another first down. They mark the ball back a half yard, and it'll depend on whether they give him a first down or not. They're going to call for measurement. No, it is a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for McDevitt.
Enough for the first down.
Now, coming in now, Larry Hamaker. Hamaker, usually not the quarterback, but he's going in. Let's see, he'll line up at a tight end position. Okay, now they split in, going out there. Waters. However, they give it to Bryant. He goes straight forward, gets inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Gain of about 4 for almost 4.5. It'll be second about 5. And that offensive line for McDevitt doing the job right now, giving the backs the hold.
7-yard line.
Forcing the linebackers to make the stop.
Pick up to 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Kevin Keene up over the ball very quickly. Split backfield, wide backfield. In motion near side is Bryant. Bryant tries to go outside, can't get outside, tries to cut back, gets snowed under for about a 2-yard loss. They're going to push it back to about the 40-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd and 1, and we may have the first McDevitt pass. As coming in quickly is Johnny Jones. 6:47 clock running. Scoreless game. McDevitt, Harrisburg. We're still in the first period of action. Mike Pulaski now splits out left side. Johnny Jones split out right side. Waters is in the slot. Madden takes the ball, fakes it on a quick pass. He goes out in the flat there. Bryant, he's got the running room. He's down inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. He's got a first down. Bryant just went out on the flare. They gave it to him out in the flat. He went down the near sideline, picked up enough for the first down. Nothing fancy about that. Madden took 2 steps back, just dumped the ball right off. Be a 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Right now, a lot of shuttling going in that defensive unit as they're changing the defensive alignment for the Cougars. McDevitt comes out fast, and the Cougars have to break out of their defensive huddle very quickly to get set. Madden to Barowski. Barowski powers inside the 25, down about the 24-yard line. Gain of, they'll mark the ball. You got about the 20, where are they going to mark it? About the 23-yard line, so it'll be a gain of just about 4 yards.
The gain is about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 to go for the Crusaders, driving for their opening touchdown. They took the ball over on their own 35. They have moved to inside the 25-yard line of the Cougars. Madden with that split backfield game. Barowski and Waters are the running backs. Madden rolling out left. Look, he has Pulaski downfield, but he throws underneath the coverage to Waters. He's on the 10. Gets down to about the 7-yard line. He had Mike Pulaski in the end zone. However, he threw under the defenders and not risking a long pass and a possible interception. Waters got it on the 15, dove inside the 10. They're going to mark it at about the 7-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Crusaders. Tim Madden had 2 receivers wide open. He had Pulaski for a touchdown, but he did not want to risk a long pass and a possible interception.
1st and goal on the 7-yard line.
Big split backfield. Waters, motion left. Going to try to circle the left side, and he's not going to get outside. He's going to lose yardage back to about the 10-yard line. Coming up to make that stop on a great play is Todd Chambers.
Waters is brought down for a loss.
So they're going to move it outside the 10, close to the 11-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal. Surprised that they did not just give it to Barowski. Normally, when they're inside the 10, they'll give Barowski 2 cracks inside, but this time, well, let's see what they do. Wide side of the field is to the right. We have Bryant in a slot back on the right. See if he comes in motion on the near side. No. Rolling out left is Madden. He's got to go to the end zone, and Pulaski can't hang on to it. Off his fingertips. Madden had some running room. Had he kept the ball rolling out, he had a blocker in front of him, and if he went down the right side, I don't know. He had Heath Ensweiler in front of him, and he might have been able to get close to the end zone, if not in the end zone. So it's a 3rd and goal to go. Ball just outside the 10. Big 3rd down play because McDevitt will have to make a decision. Will they go for a field goal or a touchdown, depending on this play? Madden takes the ball, goes on a slant, out to Bryant. Bryant's got some blocking. However, he gets down to the 5. Will he get in the end zone? He made it in the end zone. Great play. He had a slip tackle. He was hit on the 1-yard line by number 42, Mosley. Slipped off the body block, went in the end zone for a touchdown. And that is nothing but a great individual play by Bryant. So at 4:32 to go, we have a 10-yard run for a touchdown by Bryant. Go for the extra point. It's a high snap. It's down. It's in the air. It's good. 7-0 McDevitt. Will be back in 60 seconds.
It's good. Crusaders take the lead. 7-0.
McDevitt goes on top, 7-0. Samana kicks it off. It's a high kick. It's going to go to Ramsey. Ramsey straight up the center of the field. Got some running room, and Hammaker makes a tackle out at the 40. He falls forward to the 45, and Larry Hammaker saves 6. Ramsey went straight up the center of the field. The opening was there, and the only man between him and the end zone was Larry Hammaker, and Hammaker held on to him until the remaining McDevitt pursuit could catch up. Otherwise, we had 6 points. But anyhow, we've got a good starting point for the Cougars. They start out at the 45.
45-yard line.
Play, they give it, slipping off the right side to Dana. Dana gets into McDevitt territory, down close to the 45. He's close to 1st down yardage. It'll depend on the spot of the ball. They spot the ball up, and they move it back 6 inches. That may not give them the 1st down. It will be 2nd.
So it'll be 2nd and 1.
And about 1 to go. Actually, a very short 1 to go for 1st down. With 3:52 to go, Harrisburg coming back, trying to get back on the board to come back into this football game.
46-yard line of McDevitt.
Once again, I formation. We're right behind the telephone pole. Ewell has a setback behind him. Dana, Ewell goes back to pass. He's under pressure, but he's looking downfield. It's hit as he throws the ball and has to throw it away. Great pressure coming in there for the Crusaders. That was Billy Yorn not allowing him to get the ball away. Bill Yorn, a 6-foot, 193-pound defensive tackle who also plays offensive guard, so he'll play a good 48 minutes of football. 3:32 to go first period. It will be a 3rd and about 1 yard to go. They had a waste down there. They elected to go downfield, but Jana really had no time to set up. Okay, we come into that double wing formation, wing right. Slot back also on the right for the Cougars. In motion to the near side is Chambers. They give the ball to Danner, and Danner's got first down yardage inside the 45 to about the 44. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
60 Washington.
Well, Washington in on the tackle.
For the first down, tackle made by Walt.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 to go. Ball inside the 45 at about the 44-yard line. Mike Pulaski now comes in, replacing John Jones in a linebacker position. We got that double wing again for the Cougars. Split out to the near side is Wilson as a wide receiver. Chambers in the slot on the left. Ball is given to Ramsey. It went up in the air. Bad handoff. Who got it back? It appears that Harrisburg may have gotten the ball back.
On the play.
There's no jumping and hooting, so it appears that the Cougars will get it. Actually, they'll gain about a yard on the play, but a very dangerous play. Ramsey never had possession. The ball popped out as soon as it was handed to him, and it apparently just dropped into the hands of a Harrisburg lineman who was on the ground. So it'll be a gain of 1, really, on that fumble. It'll be a 2nd and about 9. So Harrisburg will check those fumbles. They had a tough time against Cumberland Valley. That's their first fumble.
The ball on the 43-yard line of McDevitt.
Hugh with the split backfield behind him again. Chambers left. Macon right, Macon left, Chambers right, back to pass Hugh. Looking, has Chambers free. Chambers drops the ball inside the 30 with nobody around him. Chambers turned around to run before he had the ball, and that was, well, Hugh will never throw a better pass. He hit him in the stomach, and the ball just bounced right out. He turned around to run, really, before he got it, because he was so clear. I think Hugh was surprised in addition to Chambers. Boy, he had nobody within about 4 yards of him. They were all circling, but nobody near him. We got a timeout with an equipment problem. And McDevitt, in case you've just joined us, is on top of Harrisburg 7-0. We still have 2 minutes and 23 seconds to play here in the first period of action with the Cougars of Harrisburg and the McDevitt Crusaders going at it. And as I mentioned, Harrisburg is trailing McDevitt by the score of 7-0. And apparently we've got a major equipment problem as the official is working with the Harrisburg player. That's Tim Cornelius. And if it takes too long to change that equipment, is that an injury down there? No, apparently it's an equipment problem, but normally if the equipment change is going to take more than about 30 seconds, they'll make the player leave the field. But this time they're going to say, oh, fine, everything all set to go. And there's confusion in the Harrisburg huddle. They're going to force him out. That's exactly what they're doing. When they have an equipment problem like that, it's not right. They will not allow him to stay on the field and fix him or force him off the field. And his replacement came on the field, and when he got on the field, he didn't have a helmet, so he had to go back. So we've had a little bit of break, and the Cougars finally get organized in a huddle. Now they come out.
As we resume play, it'll be 3rd and 9. Ball resting on the McDevitt 43. 3rd and 9.
Okay, it'll be a 3rd and 9 for Harrisburg. Quarterback Sid Ewell. Double wing behind him again. Ewell on a delay gives to Danner. Danner gets into the 40-yard line. That's all he's going to get. Way short of the first down.
Brought down by Billy Yon.
Billy Yon in the tackle position, not giving any ground, so it's a 4th down play. Now, what will the Harrisburg Cougars do? They're at the 40. They'll probably kick it away, and Ewell is looking over at the sideline, but we do have the punting team coming in, and McDevitt was slow bringing their receiving team in, not knowing exactly what they're going to do. Now, remember, Ewell's the quarterback, but I don't think Rich Hamilton will take any gamble this early in the game out at the 40-yard line.
Ewell back to punt.
Ewell back in his own territory. High snap, but he gets the snap. Gets it off, trailing for the sideline, away from Waters, and it goes out of bounds, actually bounces on the end marker at about the 21-yard line.
It's out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. They take this possession over at their 21-yard line.
1 minute and 40 seconds.
Minute 40 remaining here in the first period, and it is a Bishop McDevitt leads 7-0 over the Harrisburg High Cougars. Eric Terrain now is in there at a slot back. He's lined up to the right. Johnny Knoll is the wide receiver left. However, they give it to Bryant. Bryant with some blocking, cuts out the left side. He's out to the 30. He's still going up the sideline. Out to the 40 and driven out of bounds when he gets close to the 45-yard line. And Bryant, he was driven out of bounds, was in the neighborhood of that telephone pole, and we're glad that he actually fell down before he hit it. They're going to give that gain all the way out to the 45-yard line. It's another 1st and 10. And I believe that was that Billy Yon leading that play? Billy Yon put a great block on to allow Bryant to get outside. Jan running, pulling from his right guard position, and boy, the importance of an offensive line, really. This time it's to Waters. Waters goes straight forward, gets up to about the 49, gain of about 4 before he stacked up. Forward motion will be just inside McDevitt's territory at about the 49. Now, Terrain will go out, and we'll have that backfield again. Let's see, it'll be Bryant, Waters,
it'll be 2nd and 6,
and Barowski.
Just shy of the midfield.
Now we go into a double slot. Waters and Barowski. Now, Waters goes in motion to the near side. They fake a handoff to him. Madden's back to back. He goes deep. Pulaski's out there, but it's a little too long. Pulaski had it on his hands for a minute, and it just fell free.
Incomplete.
So McDevitt is 1 out of 3 in the passing zones tonight.
On the coverage.
Madden throws a good pass. That was not a bad pass. It was catchable, although it would have been a good catch on the part of Pulaski. He was reaching up. And now we got a timeout being called by Harrisburg. It's a 7-0 game, McDevitt. We'll take a break and be back in 60 seconds. Ball faced with the 3rd and long.
Third.
Barowski's in the slot. Barowski's been a good receiver, but they have not thrown him so far in the game. Now Barowski swings out. However, on a delay, they give it to Bryant. Bryant's struggling forward, and he is close to first down yardage, but he's going to be probably about a half yard short, and Rinfel's got a decision to make, and apparently he's going to go for it. He's selling Johnny Jones in. It's going to be a 4th and less than a yard. And if they follow the normal pattern, this will Barowski following right Gackle go behind Bill Jan. See if we can diagnose the play, and Harrisburg will diagnose it. Normally in a situation like that, it is given to Barowski powering behind Jan. Let's see what happens. It goes to Barowski. That's what he does, but he breaks loose inside the 35, down to the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Boy, the advantage of a good offensive line. I don't know who's next to Billy Jan. Who was the tackle next to Jan? Do you know? Boy, those two guys really opened the hole for him. We'll pick it up and they line up on this play, but Jan and the other right tackle really did a great job. Number 70.
Pickup was 18 yards on the play.
75 or 76 on the play. Boy, Hannick, great play. Straightforward on a dive play is Barowski. He gets inside the 35.
Down by Keith Knowles.
Boy, Dave Hannick and Bill Jan did a yeoman job on that short yardage.
That'll be the end of the first
quarter with a 7-0 lead in favor of McDevitt. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We now have a drive off left tackle by Bryant. He gets inside, maybe gets a yard on the play, that's all. Bryant on a quick dive off left tackle gets a yard. So it's going to be another big 3rd down play. Last time they had a play like this, everybody was looking past. They gave it to Bryant. And now the play is being brought in from the sideline. Johnny Noel brings it in from Rinfel. Let's see what they elect to do. It's 3rd. They've got to get inside the 20 down to about the 18. They're just outside the 24. Bryant and Barowski are the setbacks. Double wing. Rolling out left is Madden. He's got time. Goes over center. Barowski's got it down around the 10. Drives down to the 8-yard line. Barowski right over center. Caught it on the 10. Was hit immediately, but dove forward for a 1st down. It'll be another 1st and goal for the Crusaders.
Rodney Ramsey. It'll be 1st and goal for the Crusaders. The ball will
now Larry Hamaker will come in with the play, and the Crusaders' defense is being tested, and Madden comes up with his 2nd completion, and that's the same pattern really over center. This time it was Barowski, however, who was free just about 15 yards downfield. Barowski and Bryant, right side of the field is to the right. They give it to Bryant. He's circling right, cuts back inside, fumbles the ball. I think the Cougars got it. And the Cougars stopped the drive. Bryant just let the ball drop out of his hands, so that drive